Welcome back to the channel and my reviews. A few weeks ago, I reviewed a car called the Volkswagen Arteon. It's this brand new luxury sedan that VW designed to compete with Audis, but supposedly at a slightly lower price. The one I reviewed had a sticker price of around $60,000, and honestly, I wasn't that impressed with it. Well, today I'm in the 2019 Kia Cadenza, a car that costs half as much, and honestly, it's just as good as the Arteon, if not better. We're gonna get to all that in just a minute, but first I'm gonna walk you guys around the exterior features, some of the different luxury features and technologies they offer, the powertrain and performance specs, as well as walk you through some of the different trim levels offered on the Cadenza and what they all mean, to really help you decide if this is the right bargain Audi for you. So let's get right into the video. Now, if you're really serious about buying a new Cadenza, stay tuned because one of the most important things to you is going to be what trim level to get. So I'm going to go through all of that now, as well as the different MSRPs associated with the different levels of the Cadenza. The base model is referred to as the Cadenza Premium. Yes, it's called Premium even though it's the base model, and it has a base MSRP of $33,100. And this is a premium model, has a sticker price of just over $34,000. And of course, the base model is just going to come with all the base features and options. But if you want to upgrade, the next trim level up is called the Cadenza Technology. It has a base MSRP of $38,200, and you get an upgraded infotainment system as well as LED headlights. And then the most expensive and nicest Cadenza is called the Cadenza Limited, and it comes in at just over $44,000, and it comes with an automatic power trunk that will automatically open up when it senses that the key is behind the car. It also gets a heads-up display in the interior as well as a full Nappa leather interior that really helps this car compete with both Audi and the Arteon. So there's a lot of different options to choose from regarding the Cadenza, and which one you select is obviously up to you, but hopefully throughout this review I can help you decide whether it's worth it to upgrade. One important thing to note is that no matter what trim level you pay for, all Cadenzas are going to come with the same powertrain. It's a 3.3 liter Kia GDI V6 engine with 290 horsepower, 253 pound-feet of torque, and a combined 23 mpg. And if I remember correctly, the Arteon only came with a 4-cylinder engine, and last time I checked, 6 was more than 4. So if you can't tell the different trim levels of the Cadenza apart based on the powertrain, how are you supposed to know which level you're looking at? Well, I'll tell you, it's actually incredibly simple because it's all based around this Kia concave tiger nose style grille. On the base models like this base Kia Cadenza Premium, you have kind of this hexagon shape throughout the entire grille. But if you upgrade to a technology or a limited trim level, you're going to get slats, vertical slats going up and down all throughout the grille. So it's very easy to tell them apart, where you're going to get our upgraded fog lamps down here. So instead of this circle, you're going to get 4 square lights all around the side, which really give it a unique modern look. Other standard features you're going to get in the front of the Cadenza, regardless of trim level though, are these gorgeous Z-style headlamps. And I say Z because they kind of have a little bit of a Z shape going throughout the entire headlight. And that kind of gives the front end of the car, you know, a unique aspect that helps it stand out. But it's also really cool because it matches that design with the rear LED taillights. So it's a really cool uniform look throughout the entire exterior of the car that helps it feel really premium and look almost as good as an Audi. Moving on to the side of the car, we don't have quite as many cool features or unique things over here, but what you do have are a few different options for the style of the wheels. You can have either 18-inch or 19-inch alloy wheels. You also get standard power folding side mirrors, so when you turn the car off and lock it, these will automatically fold up to protect them from other people on the road. And then the rear of the car, you do have one highlight chrome bar across the entire rear of the car to let everyone know that this is not your average Kia sedan, as well as dual chrome exhaust tips. So all around, I don't think this design is quite on par with either the Arteon or the Audi, to be completely honest, but it's not bad, and it does have a few redeeming qualities that make it look pretty sophisticated. But let's be honest, if you're buying a Cadenza, it's not for the exterior design of this car. What you really want is to know what's in the interior. So let's hop in and check it out. So in the past, a lot of reviewers have compared the interior of Kias to cars like Toyota and Honda because they're definitely in the same price bracket as those manufacturers. But just taking a look at the interior of this Kia Cadenza, it's obvious that they have far surpassed Honda, Toyota, Nissan, all those traditional manufacturers that you would normally go to for reliability, comfort, and just good bargain cars. Well, talk about bargain, because for just $34,000, this Kia Cadenza offers an insane amount of luxury, starting with just simply the legroom. I'm around 6'1", 6'2". I can literally stick my legs all the way out, barely reach the pedals, and there's still a ton of room in the rear seats. This is not an incredibly large car from the exterior, so I don't imagine it's too difficult to maneuver around, but it still manages to offer an insane amount of room for all the passengers. And the Cadenza offers more than just space as well. In between all this different legroom and headroom, they've filled it with a ton of really nice features. Obviously, you get a faux leather interior, and I gotta say, this is really nice faux leather. It could be a little bit nicer. Obviously, go over to Audi. They offered like the best leather of any manufacturer underneath Rolls-Royce, but here, the Cadenza isn't too bad, especially here on the 3-spoke steering wheel and on the gear selector. These are standard leather wrapped, and it's a lot softer of a leather than you would find here on the center armrest or on the seats. You also have these gorgeous gloss wood grain accents all around the interior, wrapping across the entire dashboard and around on the door panel, and that really gives this interior a very, very premium feel. My only complaint in regards to the different materials they've used in this car is that pretty much everywhere you look, you're going to find gloss black. And honestly, it looks a little bit cheap, but what's more important to me is that when you touch this stuff, like you will when you're opening up these cup holders here, or this little slot in the back, or even just going to open your door, you're going to get fingerprints all over that. And gloss black is even worse than a window or a mirror, and that it just, everything you get on it is going to show up in stark contrast to that deep black color. And in just a few days, if you're not washing the interior regularly, it's going to look really, really dirty. So that is a little bit disappointing, but hopefully that'll be updated in future generations with some sort of aluminum trim pieces. I think that would look a lot better and kind of tie in with the chrome type pieces we get around this digital clock and on the engine start stop button. I think that would definitely be a cool material to use throughout this interior. Maybe add some sort of cool texture to it, because this gloss black just really isn't doing it for me. Now, going back to the different trim levels offered on this car and the different options and features you get with that, this is a base premium model, so like I said before, the leathers are not entirely perfect, especially on the seats, but you upgrade to the limited trim level. That is the top of the line. I believe it costs around $45,000. You're going to get full quilted Napa leather, very similar to what you would find in an Audi, but again for about half the price. And let me tell you, taking a look at one of the limited models, that leather has got to be just gorgeous. But if you don't want to spend the extra money for the extra leather, the base Cadenza offers a lot in terms of features as well. These seats are standard as 10-way power adjustable heated driver's seat, although again you upgrade to the limited, those are upgraded to 14-way power adjustable. You also get a standard Kia UVO infotainment system. I'm not exactly sure what UVO stands for, but that's what Kia calls this current generation of the infotainment system. It is a touchscreen, but unfortunately it's pretty small. Clocks in at just 7 inches. Fortunately, it does come with standard Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, and if you go to the technology or limited trim, it's updated to an 8-inch screen. So there are a couple different options regarding the infotainment system, but they should all be pretty good. You also get a very small driver information screen there between the two analog style gauges, which I must say have a very premium design to them. And moving along to the center console area, you can see that this car comes with dual zone automatic climate control, as well as an available Harman Kardon sound system. If you really want to make this interior feel like an Audi, you got to have that premium sound quality, so Kia does offer that as an option. And Kia didn't cut any corners with the rear seats either. These are equally as comfortable as the front and offer just as much space for all the passengers. Plus, you do have a 12-volt power outlet as well as a USB charge port down there on the center console area. And what's great about the Cadenza is that even with all this interior space, they didn't skimp out on the trunk either, so it clocks in at 16 cubic feet of cargo space. If you're interested in seeing how the Cadenza compares with an Audi, I'll put my review of the Audi A6 up on the screen right there. So you can click on that video, it'll take you right to the review, and you can decide for yourself if this car is actually somewhat close to it. Also put up my review of the Volkswagen Arteon just in case you want to check out that car. You can check out that video by clicking on the card right there. Special thanks to Loki Kia here in Clearwater, Florida for providing me with this Cadenza to review today. And as always guys, thank you so much for watching.